Alright, welcome to this edition of Let's Play NES with Nintendo Legend. Today we're playing an old favorite of mine, Caveman Games. Not the greatest game, but it's a sentimental one that I played a lot growing up. And I want to play by myself today. And in Caveman Games, it's a multi-sport game with character selection. Gronk is the one that's strong with everything. Vincent is the one that's weak at everything. But otherwise, the other characters each have two events they're strongest in. So, for example, I think today I'll use Thag. Why not? And he is good at mate toss and fire making. And each of the characters also has a humorous little bio. I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing, but it's one of the charms of this game that has lots of little touches like that. And rather than practice, we're just going to start the games and do this right away. So, there's other options, but I want to get into it. First event is clubbing. There's 3 rounds, or more accurately, the first one to win 2 rounds wins. And it's a little strange. Before each match, there's an intimidation phase where you just kind of jam on the control pad and the buttons, and you go into this crazy dance. The goal is to gain positional advantage. For some reason, I was always good at that part. My friends could never quite match it. The gameplay portion of clubbing, to me, is actually somewhat impressive considering it's just one of 6 events and still manages a depth of moveset as a fighting game that rivals any other game on the NES, really. It had very few true fighting games, but you have several moves you can do. There's the overhead club smashing you're seeing a lot of. Gronk is choosing to hit me in the face a lot. Or you can just pound him in the knees, and that makes them hop backwards until they fall off the cliff. There you have it. And so you can win doing that or by depleting their life bar. And pro tip, it's a lot easier just to smack them in the knees. So let's do the intimidation phase again. You'll see the computer doing some weird, funky moves during the intimidation phase that you can't do as a human player. So that's interesting. Or maybe just to me. Oh! Beat me to the punch there. And that should do it. So that's clubbing. Maybe a little more fun with a friend. Next is mate toss. Now, this one is interesting, especially in hindsight, in a modern era rife with issues of feminism and misogyny in the gaming world. Here's an event where you literally are throwing a woman as far as you can. So, you rotate the directional pad counterclockwise to build up your speed and a rhythm that matches on screen. When time is right, you hold the A button, let go, and that, wow, this is going to be a perfect throw. She's going to go a little above the top of the screen. Yeah, there we go. Check out the parallax scrolling background, how part of it scrolls faster than the other. But seriously, that's the highest angle I could get before it would have reverted. Highest speed. This is going to be phenomenal. Not to brag, but she does a cool little dance if you set a new world record or throw it over, it might be 70 feet or foot as the game says. New record, 95 foots. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't do much better than that. In fact, if you just go a little bit like that, you notice it's like a fifth of the speed, a slightly lower angle. She's going to land about 45 feet. She looks and shrugs. That's kind of a fun thing. She has 4 different reactions. If I would have thrown her a bit further, she would have given a thumbs up. But let's see what happens if you keep rotating and just never throw. I see his face turning colors from purple to a deep blue, and eventually he just throws it. He just lets go. Too dizzy. And she is not happy with that. 18 foots. But there's the results. My best throw was 95 foots. Now for the Dino Volt. I love this event. I've heard people on the internet, like you hear everything, say that it's impossible or tough. But I think I'm going to show you how it's done today. So let's go to 28 feet. And all you want to do is tap the A button as fast as possible. And then it's all about timing afterward, but okay, I forgot to even do it there. Bad vault. I thought he was going to fall in. I was going to try to make a joke out of it, but he just kind of stopped. There's a few different ways you can have a bad vault, but I'm going to show you a good one here. You want to let go now. And there we go. I escaped the jaws of the T-Rex, landing on the cushion of rocks. Time for celebration cartwheels. Aw, yeah. And you can get eaten by the dinosaur. Sometimes they'll swallow you, sometimes they'll spit you into the ocean in the background. But let's just go ahead and do the maximum. 30 foot, you can't go any higher. And it's just a matter of mastering the timing. If you let go too late, you might hit him in the belly and fall into that little crook at the bottom. Too early and you kind of just fly straight up in the air. There you go, 30 foot. You cannot do better. Now for the Dino Race. This is one of the more wrist crippling events. Now the key to the Dino Race is to keep a high steady pace. Again, jamming on the A button. You can jump with the B button, which you're going to need to do a lot. Or I just activated a mode where when you hit the directional pad, you bonk your dino on the head. He just automatically goes at maximum speed for a minute. Now you can do that a couple times per race. If you do it more than a couple, your dinosaur actually gets like confused and he starts running back and forth and really eats into your time. And one tip with the jumps, you want to jump a second before you hit your obstacle. Otherwise you'll wipe out. So the computer's trying to make a move and catch up on me. But I should have this, so let's just do our second super mode, for lack of a better term. And there's 10 checkpoints, and you can see by the graphic at the top left, I just passed number 8, and the computer's wiped out. Even if I screw up, the race is pretty much mine. So just continue crippling your thumb. There we go. Mercifully, the Dino Race is an event you only have to do once. So there we go, 72.4 seconds. Good enough for me. Fire start. This is a fun one. Again, you're jamming on the A button as fast as possible, but there's a few wrinkles in this game. You see the red half of the bar? Well, actually, first let me explain what I just did. I just hit Vincent in the head. You can do that. You can hit the other guy in the head. So that's a lot of fun. But in the red part of the bar is when you start building sparks. When the sparks get on your tinder, you want to blow on it until it smokes, and then inhale, exhale, and that's it. 24 points. Wow. Dag really is pretty good at the fire start. Might be the best I've ever done. And Vincent doesn't even get to finish. I have a new record. If you're playing against a human, it often just devolves into a contest of who can hit the other person in the head the most. So I'll try and show you. If he tries to hit you in the head, just duck. Just like that. So now I got some sparks on there. No, I don't. Oh, didn't have enough. I'm going to try and hit him to slow him down, but he... Okay, I hit him, but it was too late. Not sure if it's going to make me finish, but I'll try and be quick. You see the wolf eyes in the background. Maybe those are wolves, but it's a fun touch. And that is fire start. I think there is just one event left, and that is the Saber Race. This is the worst event. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Again, you're just jamming on the A button as much as possible. Be forewarned, the computer always starts by throwing you backwards. And you gotta jump over lots of obstacles that slow you down if you hit them. You do seem to get a little bit of a speed boost if you hit like just the edge of an obstacle. Like you see that little, maybe, oh shoot. And if you slow down too much, you get eaten. That's what happens. Thag eaten. Well, I lost that round. 200 points, whatever that means, that's what I got. But let's redo that. Let's see, I don't want to restart, so let's go to practice. And, oh, Saber Race at the top. I want to actually show you the entire game. So, okay, Vincent, he's the worst at all the events. This will be a lot easier, hopefully. So he's going to throw me backwards. B button jumps. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. And the directional pad throws him backward. And the key is, when you throw them backwards, you want to be just behind them when you do it. Ah, there we go. My thumb hurts right now. I'm going to throw them backwards again. Eat them, please! Okay, good. There's this momentum effect. It's hard to describe, but when there's another player on the screen, it reduces how efficiently you can move. There's like this coefficient working against you, but now it's just me. This will be a little bit easier, hopefully. Because at this point, you're just racing the saber-tooth tiger. Oh, come on, get up. Here we go. Then you tauntingly wave as you sit safely perched in the prehistoric tree. So what was my time? 51.7. Good enough for me. Again, restart the event. No, thank you. And that's Caveman Games. Really, the only other thing to see is the Caves of Fame, which has the records for each event. I'm not going to show all of them, but it's just a little graphic like that. And it would just show all my records. But, like I said, something I grew up with. I like it. And that's how you play. Thanks for watching.